Hello, everybody. Good day. I hope you all are having just as good as a day as me. I wanted to get on here and I wanted to talk about my tower moment. So, for all of you that currently follow me on social medias, you would know that I have been working for a big box company for 4 years now. I worked my way up from a regular tier 1 associate that had no intentions of staying with this big box company. And then I worked my way up to be a manager there. And my first year as a manager, I'm going to say the first 4 months was great. I was learning a lot of the inside outs, how to operate a production floor. Within this big box company, there are little microcosms of different departments in which ultimately make up the whole company, right? And those microcosms are essentially micro businesses within the big box company. So the first 4 months was great. I was learning a lot, managing the production floor, problem solving, being there for my associates, training between 50 and 100 associates on the production floor, scouting talent, essentially installing new talent so they can fulfill their big box endeavors. And then I was hit with someone I didn't like. We did not see eye to eye. It affected my mental a lot because that person knew policy and would affect me in the ways that would not scathe them, but scathed me. And not only that, the dissolution of my seniors' confidence in me ultimately impacted how I viewed my leadership skills within that said big box company. My mental health was declining. I was putting all of my self-worth within this company and completely abandoning my core principles, my values, and my happiness was my happiness depended on how well I performed within this company, which is like a big no. Now I see that, but then I did not. I wanted to keep my job. I ended up moving from East Coast to Midwest. And surprisingly, within the Midwest, I stayed the longest with this company. And I loved it, but like I had no community in the Midwest, and I can talk about it. The Midwest, I live in the beautiful state of Nebraska. Very beautiful, very slept on. Nonetheless, I had no community here, no family here, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, my worth is declining within a company. And like, what if I lose my job and like how I'm gonna get back home, like how I'm gonna provide for my family. Like I am the breadwinner within my family. Like, how am I gonna do this? So during the time that, my mental was not okay. And I needed to get back to who Sarah Juanita was. I wasn't creating, I was not painting, I wasn't even doing yoga. Yoga was a essential part of my life being, I wasn't even doing that. And I was like, what do I have to lose? Fuck it. For those of you who work for big box companies and or work for a company that provides you benefits, take advantage of FMLA, which is Federal Medical Leave of Absence. And that's what I did. I took FMLA, began my therapy process, obtained a therapist, a psychotherapist, to, balance myself and gain some sort of equilibrium. And I did that. And within my therapy, it was all about initially, how can I keep this job? But as I went on, I realized I didn't want to keep the job anymore. This job did not value me. If I died the next day, they wouldn't care. They would install someone else, and life goes on. It is a business. It is a hard pill to swallow. So in the beginning of my therapy, it was about how can I keep my job? But then towards the end, I realized I don't want this job anymore. I want to get back to therapy. I started 200-hour yoga teacher training back in October of 2022, but couldn't finish it because the big box company that I worked for demanded so much of my time that on my days off, all I wanted to do was sleep. First day off, sleep. My next 2 days off, all I wanted to do was be with my family. And I didn't even have the energy to do that. I had a fiance, I have 2 fur babies. I was tired, like completely and utterly just exhausted on E. So while I was out, I managed to finish my 200-hour yoga teacher training in a month. In a month. It only took a month without me being at work. And when I was out, I devised a plan. I was like, in 1 year, I'm going to make my exodus from this big box company. And I was going to stick to that plan. And I had already paid to do my 300 hours. And Rishikesh, India, those of you that follow me on social medias, you know that in May of 2025, Homegirl is out. I am going to India to deepen my practice, my spiritual practice of the union that is yoga. So, as my FMLA was ending, at least at that point in time, I submitted my return to work documents for my doctor with my accommodations, stating that I need to work a day shift. I need to work a day shift so I can stay on top of my rigorous therapy, so I can stay on top of yoga, so I can stay on top of the medications that, keep me balanced. My job was Petty LaBelle. They stated that they couldn't accept me because all of the daytime positions were full. When I had gotten wind that one of the area managers from day shift quit, but they said that their decision was indefinite and they could not accommodate me. Child, that was my tower moment. So from that point on, I had to kind of look inward. Like, I'm a millennial. One thing that I've learned from Gen Z is that they don't take no crap, right? If something is not working for them and their mental health is off, I was raised that you keep a job until you have a plan B. Gen Z said, mother F plan B. I'm only going with a plan A. If this isn't working for me, so be it. And I had to kind of like step out of myself and be like, Sarah, you are worthy to find something else, or you are worthy to step into your truth and go back into entrepreneurship in which you were happy. You were happy this way. You were happy expressing yourself. You were happy having ample time on your hands. You were happy connecting with your community and having the time to connect with your community. You were so happy and you were purpose driven. So, all this to say that I stepped out on faith and I was like, okay, I'm going to put this certification to use and I'm going to apply to various studios in the area and see who calls back. So I can get my experience in, so I can step in my truth and get better at a completely new career. Like, this is like 180 from what I'm used to, but really not really. If you guys been following me for a very long time, but this is a complete 180 from what I'm used to. This job, this big box company has been my safety net for 4 years. 4 years. So it is scary to step out on faith when you've had that safety blanket for so long. So, like I said, I stepped out on faith. I applied to various studios in the area and I got a call back. And my benefits are better. I'm taking a pay cut, but my benefits are in line. So I can maintain my mental health. I'm still able to pay my bills. I'm still able to do all the things that I love doing. I am connecting with the community. And I am doing something purposeful, and on my own terms. So I'm not going to lie, this is scary. This is so scary. But it's not like I'm not used to it. You know, I've been here before. I've definitely been here before. 4 years ago, actually 5 years ago, but I've been here before. And if I got through that, I can get through this. So, I'm not good at vlogging. I want to get better with this. I'm not good at it, but I want to get better. So welcome to my vlog. Let me reintroduce myself. My name is Sarah Juanita. I am an artist, a yoga instructor, a community engager. I'm all about Ohana and my puppies. Welcome. I want to usher in an inclusive space, especially with yoga. I want to blend art and yoga together. Yoga is for everybody in all seasons of what your body is in, all seasons of what your mental is in. Welcome.